Champ Walla.
Yeah.
I just like to upcycle clothing. I like to minimize the amount of clothes going into the landfill, so giving articles of clothing extra life cycles. Clothing is really interesting because it has a lot to do with identity and like outward showing identity. And when you're making clothing and someone is like wearing this art that you made, it's like they're kind of accepting part of that into their outward like showing identity. I started screen printing. I guess that was my first like real interaction with clothing and upcycling as an art form after my senior year of high school. From there I've done like airbrushing, which is a whole nother like way to put artwork on clothing, and then like kind of combining those two, and also using like sewing machines to cut clothing apart and like combine pieces of clothing.
It sounds like you've been all over the map in terms of mediums, instruments, and such.
I think that's why I move around to so many different mediums. It's like if I'm not feeling inspired in like one thing, I'll like work in something else. Screen printing is basically, maybe it'd be easier if we showed you guys. This hoodie that I got at the Scrap Exchange in Durham, which is a local thrift shop. This here is one of the screens that I made. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lay down where I want the print to go down. Like I kind of want it a little off center here to the left. So we got here some Speedball screen printing ink. You can get this online or at a local art supplier. Put some down here on the screen. Gonna take our squeegee and we're gonna run it across. Making sure to get every part of the design. Just gonna go boom. That's our print.
In this pandemic coronavirus time, one of the only ways I've been able to hear about what's going on in the outside world and the outside art space is through being friends with an artist who's got other artist friends.
The great thing about like making art is once you start making art, it draws you to other people who are also making art. I feel like it's important for my mental health, existential health, relational health to make art because it's the way that I like kind of get my soul on paper. It helps me process things in ways that just thinking about them is kind of unable to do. And then I get to share it with the people I care about. Do stuff that you find enjoyable, stuff that you can find peace in making. When you feel comfortable like sharing it, it's really fun to share your artwork.